Good day, everyone. It's Myrdith Leon-McCormack for World Bride Magazine with another episode, and you're in for a treat. We are interviewing one of World Bride Magazine's editor, travel and lifestyle editor. She is boots on the ground in Italy, made in Italy, Debora Bresciani. Woo!
100%.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. It's a pleasure, and I'm so happy to be here to talk about uh, my Italy, my background, Italian background. And as you say, I'm Debora Bresciani, and I live in Arezzo, in Tuscany.
There you go. Because I don't think people know Arezzo, but if you say Tuscany, they have a better chance. So now, what would be the airport that someone would fly to get to Arezzo?
Exactly, this is the point. When I say Arezzo, nobody knows. If I say Tuscany, pum, the light is coming. Arezzo is 1 hour from Florence, and in this case, it's much more easy to understand where I am. And to arrive in Arezzo, the closer airport is Firenze, Florence, because by train from Florence is a 1 hour train, so it's very easy to arrive in Arezzo, or eventually Roma, Milano, are the most popular airport, and from there you can arrive again to Arezzo by train or by car. It depends. So you can arrive from everywhere.
Okay, that's cool. You know what I didn't hear you say? What's the name of your company?
I am Debora Bresciani, but the company is Travel with Debora because I am a tour guide. And so I really love to show to the people the area where I live because, of course, I work not everywhere because I can be everywhere, but I work in my area, Arezzo, Cortona, Firenze, Florence, and Chianti area, Val d'Orcia area, Pienza, Montepulciano, the area famous for the wine, for cheese, for it's a mix of everything. Art, food, wine, of course, countryside, tradition, and there is everything.
So I had the opportunity to actually experience one of your tours when I went to Arezzo, in my Italian tour.
Yeah, I
They
remember.
have beautiful architecture. The buildings are gorgeous. The churches are beautiful, historical. How long did it take you to absorb all this information so that you're able to share it with people?
Generally, when it's your first time, I always suggest to spend some days because if you just come for 1 day, of course, you can't in 1 day, in some hours, know everything or absorb the vibes of Arezzo, of the
Hmm.
people. So if you spend some days, it's nice because you have the time to enjoy, for example, a long weekend, Friday to Sunday, a couple of nights. You have the time to better know the area, so the history in connection with the building, the square, the churches, but not only because maybe if you have more time, we can organize always remaining in Arezzo area, some visit in a winery, so you can have a local wine tasting and in a local play in a typical local place. And there is also the opportunity to visit some artisans shop, and so you be much more close with the real activity, the real work from Arezzo. And the beauty is also if you have the time to spend some nights staying in Arezzo, you can live like a local because the beauty is you're coming back for breakfast in the same, we say bar, the cafe, the same bar, cafe, or in the restaurant, or for l'aperitivo, the people recognize you. Ah, welcome back, you're here again. And they start to chat like a friend. And this is the beauty to spend the time. Not only a easy walking tour, the 3 hours, just to have a taste. In 2 3 hours,
Hmm.
you can have a taste about where you are. But if you spend a couple of nights, is a full immersion about the vibes, the people, the history, everything. Is what I suggest. Also
So
because
is that how you learned about all of this? Is that how you, by visiting everywhere in your own town, is that how you learned
I,
about everything?
yeah,
And so you take people to the places you
I
love,
can
your
check.
history.
Esatto,
How long have you
esatto,
been
because
doing
the
this?
beauty is, I've been tour guide almost 9 years.
9 years. Okay. So is that how long
9 years.
it's taking you to learn and to give this to to people that book you?
It's always a work in progress, I can say, because every time it depends also the people that I have. Sometimes the people just focus for food, so you need the time for research for food or for art, and so you're looking for this. So I started to be a tour guide 9 years ago, but every years I have to add something or to have some new place, some new knowledge. Also because the people also always looking for something different, something new, and so it's always a challenge, because I needed to renew something, to have some new contact. So every season is
Mhm.
like a new year for the business.
So what is the size of a group, a standard group for you? Is it two people, four people, 10 people, 20, 30? How many people? If somebody wanted
Allora,
to do,
generally,
yeah, if I wanted to put together a group, what is the group size you would suggest to make it comfortable and effective?
the best number is around 10, 10 or 12. No, you can, of course, I also work with the group, bigger group.
Right,
But when are bigger the group, you can stay in contact with them. And the beauty when you are in 10, 8, 10, 12, uh, you are, in this case, I am the part of the group. So we become like a group of friends. And so it's also easy to talk about everything. We can also personalize better the tour
right.
because small group, we can try to make happy everybody. When it's big,
Mm.
you have to follow just the program. So between 8 to 12, maybe is the best number.
Okay. Okay. So now how do people find you? Do they, where do they say, "Hey, Deborah, I saw," where are they finding you to book you?
uh, on the social media, because now everything moves thanks to the social media. Sometimes because I work with some people and they give my name to the other people, so there is the
Right.
connection. Or I also had some years ago a podcast about Arezzo, and so the people listen the podcast and they contact me, or with the travel company in this way.
Okay. And so now there's another thing that happens. The tourism board of Arezzo, they recommend, do they bring you some, do do you working with them gain some knowledge and access to some people that, help you drive this traffic and this knowledge? How do you work with the tourism board? Do you even work with the tourism board?
I worked and I still will work with them, but I am not the only tour guide in Arezzo, so
Okay,
they
good.
also organize, this is the point, they organize some special event in connection with art or something, and they try to divide in the good way, in the balanced way, the work to everyone, because
Right.
I could work with them, another tour guide, and so and so and so.
So you're
So
not
there
just
is.
so you're not just corporate, you can do different private sectors as well.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly. We
cool.
say freelance, no? I work for myself. So when somebody asks me or they ask me for a tour, and I can, with pleasure, of course, I work for them, also for the tourism office of Arezzo.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's cool. So you're not limited, from what I understand, you're not limited to just Arezzo. So if I said, I want to come to Italy, this is my first time coming there. Everybody says, I'm going to go to Rome, I'm going to go to Milan, Venice, the
Venice.
typical. Now, you would suggest doing a day trip because that's one of the things that we're looking to plan for 2026 with some of our readers is to bring them to Italy. But like you said, is to literally give them a Italian experience, not an outsider sending you and you're staying in a hotel. How do we do that? What are the places that you're suggesting? What, 2 days in Arezzo, 3 days in Florence, Venice? How are we going to get there? What are we going to do? I want to know what can be exciting for someone who's never been to Italy to think outside of the box.
Big question. Big question. This is the big question because I know that when the people always come here for the first time, the must is always Venezia, Venice, Florence, Roma, and Amalfi Coast.
Yes.
And this is the bucket list, the must. But, and so it's sometimes, to be honest, it's hard to suggest other options like Arezzo or, for example, Bologna or Pistoia, look, other city, no?
Right.
Because the first, they wanted to see what they have to see.
Right.
I'm happy about this. When they organize the tour like this for the first time, and for I don't know which reason, they have the opportunity maybe to have just a short taste of, in this case, I talk about Arezzo, of course,
Mhm.
about Arezzo, they really fall in love because they discover an authentic Tuscany. And also, you know what? And after the pandemic, the people are looking for something much more non sì, original, authentic, not where you are crowded, shoulder everywhere. So
Right.
you arrive in Florence, you say, wow, Florence, because don't touch Florence. But after a day there, you are tired because so many people. It's harder to find a place for a good, you can find, but it's harder to find a quiet place for a coffee, for dinner, or for something.
Right.
And when the people have the opportunity to move in another part of Tuscany, much more quiet, and they feel like home, but in Tuscany,
Right.
the atmosphere, the vibes are completely different. I just to give you an example, I remember one time I had the client, and they always had the classic part of Italy, Tuscany
Right.
too. And I suggest, please, please, come for a short day, some hours in Arezzo. And she said, yes, I can come, but it's my last day with the client. And if something went wrong, I'm out. And I, don't worry, nothing can go wrong. She's coming, and after that, she fell in love with Arezzo. And every year, she organized a tour with 3, 4 nights in Arezzo. And from
Wow.
Arezzo, she organized Firenze, day trip to Florence, Cortona, and area around the countryside around Arezzo. Something special, something authentic. So what I always suggest is, please, let's try to come in the less known part of Tuscany or Italy, and you can discover a real Italy, a new Italy.
And it's so interesting you say that. I liken it to people that come to New York. Everybody wants to go to Manhattan. Everybody,
Brava,
Manhattan, Manhattan, Manhattan. They think Manhattan is the only part of New York. But
brava.
Brooklyn has so many cool places, foods,
Wow.
where to eat, where to stay, theaters, arts, culture, everything. When they come to Brooklyn, one time, they come back again and again and again. They want to try
Brava.
something because it's so undiscovered. And I think that's why I like little towns. So now, when is the best time to come to Italy? Because do I want to be there when there's a whole bunch of crowds, or when do I want to be there when it's very hot? What is the best time to go to Italy and for where?
Generally, the people travel all in the same time. June, May,
Okay.
June, September, October.
Okay.
Is great. But if you want to try to have also the place for you and live in a better way the experience, November is also nice.
Nice.
December, if you like the Christmas market, because okay, well, you are from New York, so but in December also the Christmas market, for example, where I live, but also in another place, the lights are different, the atmosphere, so it could be an experience. And also March and April could be good because the weather is not so bad. Also because summer now is very hot.
Right.
This last year is like like your 140 degrees every day. So we met it. Also because the AC in Italy doesn't work like in America, like in the States. Okay?
Because a lot of the buildings are still old.
Yeah, esatto.
Yeah.
Right. Brava. Winter in Tuscany, where I am, is not the winter like you are. I was in New York in February. I know I was. And so uh, here is still spring. We have like your 50.
Oh,
Today is 20. So it's like your 50. So, and
okay.
we are March. So the light is good. The weather is nice.
Right.
The rain is coming when it won't come. We can change the weather. But I suggest if you wanted to find good hotel location or agriturismo in the countryside or bed and breakfast. And also the people, the Italian people are maybe much more quiet because we aren't so stressed with the June or September. We are less crazy. Could be nice also the beginning of the spring and the end of the fall. Could be nice. I always suggest also, and this year, also the American people let's start to travel in February, in January, because they know that it's less crowded now.
Yes,
And
I
also the
agree.
price, also the price are less,
That's
much
it.
more.
The price is more affordable. It's so interesting that I find that the minute I tell people that have they been to Europe or whatever, they say maybe London,
Hmm.
they hope to go, but oh, it's so expensive. And I'm like, are you looking? I don't think a lot of people even check the prices. They assume it's so expensive. And if people aren't willing to budge from the time of the year, yes, if you want to come the busiest season, of course it's going to be higher because there's more of a demand. But when a
Right.
hotel is, a little bit slower, or when certain areas like the Amalfi Coast, some areas, some hotels are seasonal. So they shut down
Yeah.
for the season, and then you have to wait till the next season. But they'll tell me, come in the beginning because it's less crowded. When you come July through August, it's hot. It's very hot and very crowded. That's a lot.
Also because July and August is also the time when the Italian people travel much more. So can you
Yes.
imagine all the Italian people, the people that are coming from everywhere,
Yeah.
everybody are in Italy.
Yeah, that's the truth. So I really appreciate talking to you about this because I want people to understand that, everybody thinks that they can go and explore Italy by themselves. Yes, you can. I've been to Italy by myself. I don't need a tour guide. So I think until I get a tour guide. When I get a tour guide, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. I didn't know. Like when we went and we walked around, you showed me the space that the Prada family had, was getting ready to open, or did they open up the restaurant or something there?
The restaurant is already open.
Yeah, it's like this is what
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying.
Right,
You
right, right. And if you are alone, maybe you can't know about this, no?
Right. Exactly. And that's where I really learned to appreciate the good reason why you would get a tour guide, even if it's just for one day of your trip, that
Exactly.
you can get the history behind a specific region. So I want to tell you, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to us as a tour guide. And thank you for all your wonderful work with Well Bride Magazine.
I really love, you can't, well, but you can't imagine how much I love everything about this. And a big part also with the World Bride magazine too, because it was a challenge, another challenge.
No, it's exciting having you on board. So can you please tell people your website or your Instagram that they can find you so they can book you?
Yes, allora on Instagram is underscore travel with Deborah underscore. The website is www.travelwithdeborah.com, or in Facebook is Travel with Deborah with my name, Debora Bresciani. You can find me everywhere.
Okay, spell Deborah though, because there's different ways to spell Deborah.
Brava. Deborah is Debora. That's it,
Fantastic.
without H, in Italian way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you. See you soon.
Yes, very, very soon. Baci.
Well, okay, guys, there you have it. That was Debora Bresciani, our Debora Bresciani. If you want to learn more about Italy, please reach out to her and she can give you some insight of when is the best time to travel, when to go to Italy, where to go to Italy. While she may specialize in Arezzo, she is very familiar with other parts of the region and she would be a great added addition for couples that are getting married, honey, that need places for their honeymoon, and she can help you facilitate which destination to stay at, where you can stay at. So please stay tuned and we will bring you back more information. Ciao, Bella.